A lot of people, black, white, Mexican, young or old, fat or skinny, have a problem being true to themselves. They have a problem looking in the mirror and looking directly into their own souls. And the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul.
I'm old enough to know better, young enough to not give a fuck. Rather hold my head high and die than live and duck. If you cool with being taken down or giving up, your lifestyle's a blowjob, your way of living sucks. I done felt pain, waited but no help came. Went through some crazy shit, still kept myself sane. You ever been dying of thirst and smelt rain? Ever been told go to hell and felt flames? The water's to your neck and only gets deeper. It's all downhill and it only gets steeper. Gotta get over it, be a hurdle leaper. It costs to be the boss and it ain't getting no cheaper. But there's a man above that we all under, bro. No bread truck, but he work wonders though. After you wake up, everything is wonderful, and you can overcome anything you want to go. As an artist, I'm just trying to paint the perfect picture. But see, we're trying to wait for somebody that's perfect get you. That usually lead to nothing, like virgin kisses. And I be trying to cut surgeon bitches, dreams of splurging riches, pretty but curvy misses, chef to serve the dishes, driver to swerve the ditches. I'm just another kid on the curb with wishes, and these streets is tough, on the verge of vicious. So I sold weed and crack, merged the business. That white girl helped the nigga, Fergalicious. But getting money bring jealousy and verbal disses. So when you killing shit, watch out for the murder witness. An old head told me let nothing disturb your business. Beef is only good when you in the burger business. So I chill, but loaded up to steal. Like I wish a nigga would, but I know a nigga will. But for real, you loaded up to kill. Cause soon as a nigga good, it's the sooner a nigga will. And I don't know these niggas nothing. Put that in a nigga will.
Once again, it's on. It's Hood Tales with Kong here with another episode 50. Come take a ride in the life and times of me, Kong here. I am your host for this beautiful Saturday morning. This is 50th episode for this podcast, Hood Tales with Kong here. But this episode is a special episode to me because the title of this episode is Heart Attacks and COVID. They still here. And what I mean by these things is my father had a heart attack. A massive actually heart attack. Just found out this evening that it was a massive heart attack. He had 100% blockage in one of his arteries. And my mother caught COVID over the last weekend. She tested positive, and they still here. Thank God for that miracle and that blessing. I'm actually here visiting them as we speak. They're in the room, they're sleeping. You know, I've been here for a night, for a day or whatever. And I was double masked up, you know, because Mom Dukes got the COVID. And Pops just being here chilling. She had her mask on. He has his on from time to time. But it's just a blessing that, you know, it could have went either way with both of their situations, but they're still here. And I'm blessed and I'm thankful to have both of them here, even though they went through this, you know, ordeal. And it just goes to show you that God is real. Because as my dad, as I got the information about my dad having his heart attack, they had to life flight him to the hospital, and he had to go straight in emergency surgery. So like I was there. I was the first one there as I'm coming in the building. My mother and everybody is coming from the other direction through the emergency part. And it was just crazy because we got there, you know, I got there a little earlier. But we got there walking up on each other at the same time. And, you know, my mom was upset because she was trying to find out where my dad was and, you know, what floor and everything like that. But one of the staffs actually assisted in everything and got her to the right floor, got her in the right area to wait. So, you know, they had a monitor screen showing the names of different people that had to go through different procedures. And we saw Pop's name up there. You know, and I actually was praying and looking at the sky and talking to God, and it was crazy because it was like raining, but the sun was out. And, you know, I didn't know what sign that was and what that meant. But I was just like, man, you know, Lord, you know, make sure that he's here. Because I know I wouldn't have been the same person dealing with this situation. I wouldn't have took it well. I wouldn't have took it easy at all. And that's the thing. You know, you never truly appreciate things that God put in your life until they almost taken away from you. Whether that's people, whether that's animals, whether that's, you know, careers, jobs, money, you know, it's a whole list of things. But you never listen to it. Mom took Pops out of town, get away to kind of relax and chill, you know, take a break, you know, rest his body, get his body and his mind right. And last weekend they went to this restaurant, had some good food, ate good, you know, did everything they wanted to do. And then she comes home Saturday evening. She's not feeling good. She's really, you know, I guess she's not really thinking about it at the time. She wakes up Sunday, went to church. I think somebody else preached that sermon Sunday. And after church, came home, wasn't feeling good during the service. And I guess she wasn't feeling good well enough, so she said, you know, she went and got her COVID test, and results came back. She tested positive. Now she's still not feeling her best. She's still actually not feeling good, but she's still here. And the crazy thing throughout the years, from my childhood, I seen these people look like specimens to me as I was growing up. My dad was, you know, a muscular guy. Mom Dukes was a slender young lady. And, you know, over time, you know, you get older, you pick up a little grown folk weight. You might drop some weight from time to time, depending on what's going on with your life. And to see them at a lovely 83 and a 79 going on 80. It's a blessing. Because they still here. I know a lot of people whose family members or friends or colleagues, associates, things like that could happen to them and they didn't make it. And that's the part that's kind of, you know, the gray area. Because I've lost uncles, I've lost aunties, I've lost cousins, and friends and stuff like that. And that feeling is different than when it comes to your parent. That's a whole nother sadness. That's a whole nother mindset. That's really like, especially if you're very, very close. I had a female friend whose mom passed away. And when I say holidays would come around and it would like devastate her. Because she still, I think like 6 years later, still haven't got over the loss of her mother. And it's just sad to realize, you know, how people, when people lose a loved one, how it affects them mentally, emotionally, and physically. And like, that's why, you know, I just sent a prayer as best I could, because there's nothing you can really say to a person. There's nothing you can really advise them to on how to deal with it, because at the end of the day, you know, their relationship is their relationship. So I haven't experienced that, but I know people who have. And sometimes it's good days, and sometimes it's bad days. So from both of them, you know, I'm already, you know, like I said, I'm already fighting a case where I'm looking at 50 to life. But I know God gonna get the victory in that situation. He already has it, so, you know, that's what it is. And just to realize, like, you know, I was away from them for 2 years. And it took for me to be sitting in the jailhouse to actually see my parents really age in that 2 year time, stressing and worrying about me being in that place and not able to walk out that door with them. And it took a partial toll on them. I can imagine, like, my mom stopped coming to see me because it bothered her for her to come in, see me in that jumpsuit, see me walk out that door, and then they waiting to open up the door to let me back down the hallway to wait to go back in my dorm. And just to see her sit there for 15 minutes and visit is an hour, and she just 15 minutes, that's the max she gonna stay. And she on her way out the door. I see you later, I love you, I'll talk to you later. She gone. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. But she's still here. Nah, she's waiting on, I guess, her results or whatever, to, you know, be cleared or whatnot, so she can kind of get back to moving around, because she's my father's caretaker, and he has to go back to the heart doctor next week. So, you know, all my listeners and subscribers to Hood Tales of Cornhead, you can check out my channel on YouTube, like and subscribe, hit that notification so you can get all the updated podcast. You know, I'm coming with the camera. Hopefully on next episode I can do the actual visual, I can upload, and people that get a better read on me. I got a couple of them on there, but I gotta critique it a little bit and get it how I want it. So when I get down and I can do my thing, it's a visualization, and now you see, here he is, in the flesh. But it's just amazing to know, like, God hears your prayers and he answers them. Because I'm praying on the way to the hospital with my dad. And I love my dad. That man has instilled in me a lot of things, and I don't even know how I would feel or what my mental capacity or my mental space would be if that something was to ever happen to him. But I know it's going to happen one day. Or my mother, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be at mentally in my head space. Because I couldn't see neither one of them not being here. I've lost uncles, and things like that. And, they still hard to me sometimes. That I could close my eyes and I could see all their faces. And just remember some of the things that they said and the laughs we had and shared and, stuff like that. And to know, like, they're physically not here. Spiritually, they're here. But physically, they're not available. So I don't know what I would do. I honestly don't know. I know I wouldn't be the same person. I know I wouldn't look at the world the same ever again. I almost lost both my parents back in the day, 2004, and I want to say mom got her thing in 2000. No, mama got hers in 2004, I think. I want to say 2004. Because I think it was a year or so apart. 2003 and 2004, I believe, respectfully, they both, mom had to get a pacemaker and pops had to have triple bypass. So, because I lost them then, back in time. Then celebrate years of them not being here. But, through it all, God is in the midst, and God has blessed them to still be here. Then they still ticking, and I'm just thankful and blessed to still have them here. So you have to appreciate people, and especially the ones that God has in your life at your time, whether you're where you want to be or whether you decide that you want to change that. So hopefully, Mom Deuce gets cleared. She can get back to her thugging. And Pops can get back to his thugging. And hopefully they'll get to travel more and they get to do more things and spend as much time together as they can without us inadvertently interrupting their peace of mind. So, just be thankful for the people that God brings into your life. Be thankful for your parents. Be thankful for your family, your friends, your associates, everybody. It's just amazing. Like I say, you gotta cherish and appreciate the people that God brings into your life. You gotta pray with these people or pray for these people, and you got to really, really, not take people for granted. So one day you're here and the next day you're gone. And, when my mother got that pacemaker put in, we had got in an argument that morning about me going to church. And it meant more to me to go to church after that happened than to have her pass away and not feeling like it's my fault. And I later get a trip on myself. And it's people that actually had that happen, where they had a bad disagreement with a loved one or friend or associate, and that person left and then never made it back. And they never got a chance to tell them that they love them, or get to tell them that, they didn't mean what they say, or we don't care about the arguing. Let's get along. So, So always cherish the people that God put around you, even if they done you wrong. Cherish the wrong, and you cherish them for teaching you that lesson, to showing you things, but you still pray for them and you send them on their way. That's how you handle that. Because everybody that come into your life, I know, they don't always have the right intentions, but, do your best to pray for them. Do your best to try to learn how to forgive. Forgiveness is key. God forgave me by letting my mom still be here because I was being disrespectful to my mother. She just wanted me to go to church and I wasn't with it. I didn't want to go and I wasn't with it and I wasn't feeling it. So I did what I wanted to do and almost lost her in the process. So shout out to all those who have loved ones that are on the other side. Shout out to those, who lost their parents at an early age and throughout their life, throughout time. Shout out to those who lost close siblings, close family, friends, and associates. Send a special prayer to y'all. And hopefully, I can deal with the circumstances when they present themselves. I'm going to just continue to speak life into my mom and my dad. Shout out to them. This episode is for y'all. I love y'all. Y'all mean everything to me. Y'all taught me how to be a man, what a man look like, act like, his mindset should be, how he treats the people in his life, and how he loves the people in his life. And most importantly, he has to put God first for everything to congeal and work out and be good for not just themselves, but society. So, hopefully, this episode touches some heartstrings, touches people's minds, makes them value and appreciate others, and most importantly, get you in tune and inclined with your relationship with God, because that's the most important thing also, because you need to have Him on your side when you have to go through these certain type of things. And it's a blessing to be able to walk that I've been in for the last few years now. It makes it that much important to put that word out there that He's not dead, He's yet alive. Talking about God. So, like I say, heart attacks and COVID, they still here. I love y'all mom and dad. I love y'all subscribers and listeners. I fuck with y'all. It's just amazing that this is episode 50. And I've had so much to discuss and so much to talk about, and I got more to come. I just got to be consistent, and I pray that y'all help me be consistent. I pray that y'all let me know how I'm doing. Y'all give me a feedback, the ones who can communicate with me on a day-to-day basis, and the ones who can't, leave it in the comments, or, do it like that. definitely be dope once I can get this camera thing situated and I can record episodes and content and, do it live or have it where people can chat and all that good shit. Like, it's coming. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna make that happen for you. I'm gonna make it worth the time, the effort to listen, to take a chance on me and honestly, take a ride with me, take a journey, hear the things that I've seen and done, have conversations about the things that, might be important to some and not important to others, but was respected, and that everything, starts turning into multi-million-dollar business deals, contracts, radio play, all that good shit. So, with that being said, this is Hood Tales with Conehead. I am your host, Conehead. I thank you for taking out time to listen to my podcast, to entertain my podcast, to even give it a chance. Thank you. Good night.
Mark Henry.
Yeah. You know the crazy thing is, they gon' talk about you when you ain't got shit, but then they gon' talk about you when you got shit. And see, they gon' talk even though they don't know what you had to do or what you go through. Sacrifices. Seeing your family scrambling, that's sanity damaging. Gotta make a move, can't just stand and be mannequin. Have a man who be managing, randomly standing in places he shouldn't, trying to move that Pamela Anderson under. Standing be hammers and grandma be paneling, cause them niggas from the other side are fans of me vanishing. New day, new funeral, my grandma be panicking, but I gotta eat. She just handed me sandwiches and her appetite like mine got me scamming and scandaling, riding shoddy with my homie, but I plan to be phantom and bumping something I can feel. Fam, I need sampling, not no Bieber on the hook. I need Anthony Hamilton, I got Molly, I got White, I be Hannah Montana and like Amigo, it's illegal, but it's grands in my hand again, so it probably ain't right. But this the land of the scandalous. To your own friends, snake, you probably can't understand it. Then when you go, you just gone. All we missing is payments. Dr. King fought for my freedom that I risk just to pay rent. Ain't no love for these streets, ain't no kissing the pavement. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of shit. They insist and be patient, but for what? To wait on that eviction note, I wake up to some real shit. Them dreams I have is fictional, unless I go and get it. Don't stop, get it. Two live crew money and the loop dancers with it. Jesus died on that cross, that's a sacrifice. Niggas dying for their cross, that's a sacrifice. Rosa Parks took a charge, that's a sacrifice. Your shorty took that charge for you, that's a sacrifice. Just do what you gotta do, baby. Just do what you gotta do, baby. Just do what you gotta do, baby. Gotta do what you gotta do, baby. Baby gotta do what a baby gotta do. Baby mama ain't got it, but her baby father do. Never pick a baby boy, but his Mercedes powder blue. Now mommy sick of daddy and the baby got a flu. And what's crazy about it too, all she see is lies when she look him in his eyes, and her baby got him too. Pay a little child support, but what's so shady about him too is in the club he pop rosé but won't bring baby bottles through. I know things fell apart, I ain't say we got a glue, but if you walking around in Prada, buy your baby Prada too. Telling hoes yes, we can't get a maybe out of you. Shit is fucked up and I don't think the baby got a clue. What's a lady gotta do? Bend over for dollar tips, cause ain't nobody giving young single mother scholarships. Mama just got diagnosed, breast cancer. So when they ask what she gon' do, her best answer is I don't know. Gotta do what I gotta do. I don't know about your bills, but the ones I gotta do. People always wanna try to tell you what you gotta do, but there's a difference in what those who don't and those who gotta do. It's called sacrifices. Hate to see my man gone. Bail was like a pop fly just to bring my man home. Can't just leave him out there. Gotta believe in yourself, even when there's doubt there, yeah. Jesus died on that cross, that's a sacrifice. Niggas dying for their cross, that's a sacrifice. Rosa Parks took a charge, that's a sacrifice. Your shorty took that charge for you, that's a sacrifice. Just do what you gotta do, baby. Just do what you gotta do, baby. Just do what you gotta do, baby. Gotta do what you gotta do, baby.